Hello, I'm Glenn.
I'm Maureen.
And today we are barbecuing and we're having a bonfire and we have company right here on Cabin Life. So today on Cabin Life, we have company. And my sister Debbie is up with her boyfriend Patrick.
Hello.
And we're going to be doing some barbecuing. What do we got on the go today, Maureen?
We have country garlic sausages and homemade hamburgers.
Thumbs up for that. And we're going to be doing a bonfire in a little bit and maybe telling some stories too, so you want to stick around for that.
Welcome, and if you're new to our channel, we're all about sharing our experiences and our adventures here on the wilderness of our 40 acres in Northern Ontario, Canada. Please consider subscribing. Click on the subscribe button down below and remember to click on that notification bell so that you won't miss anything.
We're all about campfire cooking, hiking, we do canoeing, and we like to share our adventures and some tasks that we do around the cabin and homestead. So let's get this barbecue going. We got some sausages and hamburgers to cook up.
Can Jake have a cheesy?
Yeah, he's sitting pretty good. There he goes. He's going over with his cheesy.
Jake, you want another cheesy?
Sit nice.
Sit nice.
Those are his first cheesies.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure whether he was allowed to have one or not.
How are you enjoying the cabin?
Oh, it's awesome. It's an awesome spot. Hey, Jake, you want another cheesy? Jake likes his cheesies.
Boy, does he ever. All right, I think that's enough for now.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see what they're like. Can you melt them out?
Does Debbie want a cheesy?
Debbie want cheesy? Just sit and shake your paw.
Oh, Debbie loves his cheesy.
So we got a bit of a smudge fire going on here, guys. And that just helps us to keep the mosquitoes away a little bit. And
Sorry, Jake, you have it.
it just drifts around and it just helps with the mosquitoes, keep them cut down. And we are going to have a bonfire later on. Looking forward to that. And from what I understand, Patrick has a story or two to share with us. So that's going to be interesting.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hot.
Yeah, that's a pretty hot fire, guys, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a hot barbecue. Yes, these are burgers that are made from scratch.
Made from scratch.
Right, Maureen?
They are.
They're going to be well done, but that's okay.
This is our new barbecue, so this is the first time.
What's up, Jake? What is it? What is it?
Well, did you want
Is it
the
a bear? What is it? Tell me, what is it? Come here. Sit. Sit. Tell me. Oh, what is that? Yeah, okay. Good boy. All right, that's enough now. I'm not sure, guys, what that is. Jake doesn't usually bark unless There's a reason. So it could just be because there's a strange car up here at the cabin. On the other hand, it could be something else more serious. So I'm going to go investigate, take a little walk.
Maybe it's Yogi the bear.
Could be.
That's okay, I got a stick.
There's a running joke about taking a stick, because we were live streaming one night and heard the barking.
Uh-huh.
So I went out to check. And one of the guys said, make sure she takes the broomstick. Nope. Take the broomstick. Jake's protecting his
Territory.
sausage.
Yep.
His sausage and his
His leftovers.
cheesies.
And
He's protecting his cheesies.
He's protecting his cheesies. Yeah, he's got something to protect now. It's a new food group.
Yeah.
It's hot, hot, hot.
She's putting them off to the side there
Yeah,
now.
trying.
Yeah, okay. Here, Debbie, we're taking them off because the hamburgers are well done, I think.
That's a dark one. I'll have that dark one. Oh, that is a hot barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think she puts
Woo! Woo-wee.
Wowie, kadawi.
so. They smell good.
Well, guys, I think we're going to plate this up and we're going to enjoy our meal, and we'll be right back with you for a bonfire coming right up, and maybe some stories too. Well, that was great dinner, and I think it is time for a fire. It's a nice night, hardly any wind, so yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Sounds good.
stuff burn in half. And keep feeding it in. I love the smell of that cedar. Can you smell the cedar?
Yeah.
Good. How you enjoying fires, guys?
It's awesome. Awesome fire.
Beautiful.
Well, the mosquitoes seem to have died down a bit, eh?
They have. They're
Yeah.
It's good. It's better.
Yeah, well, the rest of the night will be just fantastic. So I can feel the heat coming off that fire. I really don't need that much heat tonight, but it sure is a nice looking fire just the same.
It is.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we've enjoyed our campfires over the years. That is something that, you know what we call it?
What's
Our
that?
cabin TV. That's our cabin television.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, and
Ooh.
that's our entertainment. You know, you can look into a fire, and as it burns down, you know, it's going to change its character, and it's really neat looking in deep into the flames and the coals, and you know, it just gives you a chance to sit back in the quietness and reflect, and you've got space to think, you know. So that's our cabin life TV. It's kind of, it lets your imagination go wild.
Yeah.
And then of course every once in a while, especially this time of year, we'll often hear the barred owls calling right around this time of night, actually.
Oh yeah.
And I know you're staying at the cabin for the night. I don't really want to alarm you, but there's 3 packs of wolves that venture around here in their routine.
Okay.
And it's nothing to be concerned about, but we've recorded them from the cabin here up really close. We've actually we put them on just a recent episode where I recorded them during that last full moon of June. And so they are, you know, they do make their rounds. Not all 3 packs don't make the rounds all at the same time. Usually, like, they're spaced out the way that they come through the area.
Okay.
And it's part of their hunting grounds for the moose and deer and whatnot, and smaller game. So they come for a couple of days, like they may stay for 2 or 3 nights, and then they're gone for a few more nights, and then sometimes we'll hear a different pack in a different part of the land. You know, right now being at the cabin by the wetland and the pond, that's one of their habitats that they like to go to, and different times of year we'll hear them in different spots. So it's interesting to hear them, and it's pretty amazing and unique to be able to, you know, just sit here by the fire and all of a sudden you hear a pack of wolves across the pond.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah.
But I mean, they won't come up to the cabin, they won't bother you or anything like that. You don't,
Yeah.
you know, we have people on that watch our videos and ask if we should carry a gun and the wolves are going to get you, or, you know, the bear. And
Yeah.
no, we don't carry a gun. The wolves know that we're here way before we know they're there. And they're skittish enough that they're not going to come up. They're not going to, you know, come and approach humans. They know better.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You got a story, don't you, Patrick? You said you got a story.
I got
to
a little
tell us.
story. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, this isn't a cabin story, but it's kind of like a farm story. When I was, 12, I
worked on a farm out on Lake Erie, and yeah, it was a pretty neat experience. I stayed there for a summer and did the hay, and they had a little tent trailer parked there, and on Sundays I would people would come in to do a picnic for on a Sunday, and I would stand at the gate and they collect $2 for them.
And you were 12 years old?
Yeah, I was
Is that
12.
right?
Yeah. And clean the barns and do the hay, and yeah, it was a pretty neat experience. Out on the lake there, did that for 2 years, and then they finally sold the farm. And yeah, it was the memories of that have lasted a lifetime for me. And so that's one little story.
Well, it's a summer experience, and as a preteen, that'd be you had the whole summer to yourself, right? You
Yeah,
felt
no, it was
fancy free, away from the parents.
Yeah. They take me into town when my hair got a little bit long for a haircut, and we went visiting to some of their other farmer friends, and yeah, it was quite a social experience for me because I've never had those kind of experiences before. So yeah, it was pretty neat.
Yeah.
It's almost not equal to the cabin life, but style. But
I'll bet you ate well.
oh yeah,
So there
yeah.
you go.
8:30, 9 o'clock, we put on a good spread, and yeah, it was a pretty awesome experience. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Hey, Jake. Hey, good boy.
Oh, Debbie, do you have a story from your days of camping in your childhood?
I can recall a story when Glenn and I were younger, along with our 4 other siblings. We used to go camping with my parents, and one night we had a campfire, and my dad said, okay guys, I'm going to give you guys a nickel for every firefly you catch. So we went, got these jars, and we all took off into the bush trying to find fireflies. We came back with quite a few, and my dad paid up.
I remember that. I think we had about 4 popsicles each the next day from the store.
Yeah.
There weren't popsicles a nickel back then?
Yeah, they were a nickel.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun.
I was going to say, I bet that kept you guys busy for a while,
I
eh?
think they just wanted to get rid of us.
Yeah. Give the kids something to do. Go out and get some fireflies.
Yeah.
Hey, good boy.
Very nice. He was dancing.
I got a story.
I think I have another story.
Do you?
Sorry.
You gotta wait your turn.
You got to go around the circle with the campfire, right? What's your story, Maureen?
We used to go to a cottage every summer, and down the road from the cottage there was a bridge on the road that all the kids always fished from. And our dad wasn't really much of a fisherman. So Mom would get safety pins, and she would bend them, and she would tie them to a piece of string and put a piece of bacon on it, and she would send all 4 or 5 of us down there to the bridge, and we would spend the afternoon fishing with our pieces of stick and string and
Piece of bacon.
piece of bacon on a safety pin. Needless to say, we never had fish.
I was just going to ask, how big were the fish? Yeah.
But you know what?
Goldfish.
We would be down there. I don't know how she managed. Like, we didn't go back for more bacon or anything, but we would be down there what seemed like forever, fishing off of this bridge.
Jake would be all over that.
Oh, bacon. He'd be all over the
He'd be
bacon.
all over that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we always had a good time. It didn't seem to matter. Got us out of the cottage for the afternoon.
That's almost the equivalent of the firefly story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what it is? Okay, how can we get the kids out of the campsite or the cottage for a few hours?
Yeah. I wonder what they were doing for those few hours.
I wonder.
The parents, they were cooking marshmallows. They were eating all the kids' marshmallows. Yeah, that's it.
Hey, what do you got to say, Jake? Look into the camera.
Jake, got a story? Hey, good boy. Now you got a story. What would you like to do? Tell a story?
This is awesome. Because the way it going like all over, like
spreading out and stuff, yeah.
And it's just a defense thing. Wow. 2 out of 3.
Refresher. Okay. I think part of the reason for my love of having fires now and sharing the fires with other people is because I grew up with fires. As a young lad, probably as early as 7 or 8 years old, we would go camping and cooking marshmallows over the fire was one of our favorite rituals. I think that was one of the main reasons at first that we liked to go camping, because of the sweet marshmallow treats. Well, I think I couldn't have been more than probably 9 or 10 years old, and we were all sitting around the campfire one night. There must have been 12 of us. Had some friends over at the fire, and we were all cooking up marshmallows, and of course we would all, go pick out our own marshmallow sticks, and my dad would, sharpen the points up so we could get the marshmallows on there, and you choose green sticks so that the stick wouldn't burn up by the time your marshmallow was ready. Anyway, so there's a certain way to do it, and because the fire was fairly big and whatnot, we would take sticks that were long enough to reach the fire with our marshmallow on the end of it and roast the marshmallow. So I was roasting my marshmallow one night, and I had it in the fire, and I was turning it slowly. It was going golden brown, and we kind of liked them golden black, and so finally it went on fire. And as it went on fire, I knew I had to hurry up and get it to blow the fire out. That was just the ritual of what we did. So as I brought the stick up towards my face, it was like a 5-foot stick, and it was only like 4 feet or whatever to not even to the ground, and the bottom of the stick hit the ground as I was pulling it up to my face, and it was on fire, and instead of going in front of my mouth where I could blow the fire out, boom, it hit me square in the nose, and I had this burning marshmallow on my nose, and it hurt. And I don't recall eating the marshmallow or what it tasted like. I remember I had to go, I went into the tent and I had to lie down, and it was bedtime for me. So that was my story. Cried. What's up, Jake? Do you hear Jake growling?
Yeah.
Hear that?
Yeah.
Which way, Jake?
what do you got? What do you got?
Yeah, he's looking down the lane. He's looking down the cabin trail. Take off, bear. Tell the bear. Tell the bear to take off. Good boy. Yeah, you tell him. Good boy. Yes. Okay. All right, you scared him away. Come on and lie down. You did your job. Good boy. Jake's good. It's good that way.
Good boy. Good boy, Jake.
Jake doesn't want no bears to get his cheesies. And man, believe it or not, bear love chips and cheesies.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Must be the
yeah.
salt on them.
I guess. I had a friend that he worked at a collecting garbage and trash for people that lived on islands. So he would island hop, get their trash for them, and then he would take it to the dump as part of his service for them. And he said he always carried a bag of cheesies with him when it was time to do that job. And he'd open up the cheesies before he'd get ready, and he'd start doing his load by the bins and whatnot. And sure enough, there'd be bears there, and he'd pull the cheesies out, and he'd have to throw the cheesies, buy him enough time that he could get the thing into the bin and then take off, right?
Yeah.
And he said sometimes he'd just throw the whole bag of cheesies way over there and just go like heck and get his job done before the bear had a chance to come at him for some more cheesies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Maybe I should leave those cheesies out tonight so we'll see a bear before we go. We got to see a bear before we go.
We'll go to the dump and see them there.
That's funny. I got the cheesies and bears are so attractive.
you got another story.
Oh
You got
yeah,
another story?
we did a lot of camping too.
Tell us about it.
Oh, okay. I will. Yeah, we went camping. We camping one time. We didn't have a trailer. We had a tent. So when we got there, pulled the tent out of the car, got it down there. We're all helping out. Oh, no pegs.
Yeah.
We forgot the pegs. Oh my God.
That's a common one.
Yeah, so we had to go around and collect pieces of wood, and my dad carved them into pegs. Took a little while, but that's when he started his carving career. And since then, he's carved quite a few carvings, and actually he's a pretty good carver.
Nice.
But that's how he accidentally decided to be a whittler.
Yeah. Now you're doing some a little bit of I don't know if you call it woodworking or whatever yourself, but you've got some crafts going, and that's an amazing piece that you brought to us, and we want to thank you very much for that. We'll show it on the screen now, and just really nice. We do appreciate you, Patrick, for the work that you put into that, and there's a lovely note on the back.
Yeah.
And we will hang that around the homestead. I guess it's weatherproof, so it's okay to put it outside, eh?
Sure.
All right, and that'll be a nice thing. I think along the cabin trail, maybe we'll find a nice little home for that. As people walk up and down the trail, it'll be a nice memento. So thank you very much for that.
Well, I made that, and I put the note on the back for free spirits like you two, cabiners.
Thank you. It's
Right on.
beautiful.
Oh, well,
I
thanks.
really like it.
Yeah.
That's my harmonica. I got one for you. Two guys went fishing, walking along the trail, deciding to head back, and they got their catch of fish. And as they're walking along the trail, you know, they've got hiking boots on and all this stuff, and their gear and fishing rods and tackle box and string of fish, and all of a sudden they run up against a bear in the middle of the path. Bear's got his nose up and smelling everything, and oh boy, what are we gonna do? And the guy decides, well, I'll throw him the fish, throw the bear the fish to distract him, and that'll buy us time to get out of here. And the other guy said, that's a good idea. Yeah, throw him the fish. And he reaches into his pack and he grabs his running shoes. He takes his hiking boots off real fast, puts his running shoes on, and the guy says, what are you doing putting the running shoes on for? You're not going to outrun that bear. He says, I don't have to outrun that bear. I just got to outrun you. Today, you can eat it anyway.
Because you can.
Well, it certainly has been a great night around the fire, and nice hamburgers, sausages, campfire cooking, and great visiting with you, Sister Debbie and Patrick.
Yeah, well, thanks, Glenn and Maureen. It was great having the fire. Had a really good time. Good entertainment and fun.
Sure was.
Yeah, it was perfect.
So now you're going to be sleeping off grid, and I don't know if you'll be serenaded by the wolves maybe later on. You never know.
If not,
Well,
we'll hear the bullfrogs.
Well, they won't be able to get through the door anyway, so
Nope.
so we'll be okay.
And there's coffee to brew first thing in the morning.
Oh,
Perfect.
righty
You're all
then.
set.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that's it for this edition of Cabin Life. I'm Glenn.
I'm Maureen.
We shall see you next time. Over and out.
Remember, subscribe and click on that notification bell so that you don't miss anything.
And a big thumbs up.
Take care.